Fear of aging is culturally constructed. I mean, there are cultures where if the proverbial boat is sinking, they save the mother, not the baby. Their reasoning is, you can have another baby, and that life experience in an older person has value. It's not that one way is better or worse, but they are culturally constructed. In early America, it was a gerontocracy where older people held the reins and younger people had almost no power, which is sort of the opposite extreme of what we have now in a youth culture. Older people have more political power and more economic clout, but we have this paradox where, to be young is to have power, is to be emulated. More resources have always flowed from older people to younger ones, but especially once people retire from the conventional labor force, they are not valued anymore in this society, and likewise young people who do not vote and are not conventionally economically contributors are not respected either. We act like old people never get disabled and disabled people never get old. If the disability, gay pride, if you could be proud to be queer, the disability rights people, they have disability pride, and that's the biggest stigma in the society there is. Why on earth are we ashamed of living long lives? That's just nutty. Age pride, maybe. Which seems like, oh, that's like totally weird until it's one of the, and then you think about it, and it's like, living is an accomplishment. But once you start to see it, you see it everywhere. And that's what we need to do as a culture, is have sort of mass consciousness raising about our own bias, because then you start to see it, and then you figure out ways slowly and hopefully tactfully to call it out when you see it. And that's how it starts to change in social institutions. I have, thanks for asking, solved the problem of what to call older people, because I think the only acceptable term for older people is older people, which I have shortened to, and I'm very wary of neologisms as a writer, but I've shortened it to a noun, olders. And I like olders and youngers because it emphasizes the fact that age is a spectrum. There's always people older than you and younger than you. And we, as a culture, we are terrified of this old-young divide, and no one wants to be on the wrong side of that line. That line does not exist. I don't like senior. No one likes senior. I don't like any value-laden language. I don't like elder, because I don't think that being older gives you more value as a person. It gives you more experience. But the world is full of wise children and older people who are idiots. Everyone deserves respect as a human being. And I don't like the elderly, because for two reasons. It implies that there's some homogenous group, that people fall off the cliff at 60 and end in this pond full of the elderly, and then we're back to homogeneity, which is a problem. But also, have you ever heard anyone describe themselves as elderly? So we're back to not calling people something that they wouldn't want to be called themselves. The best snappy answer I've come up with is when someone says, "You look great for your age," you say, "You too." And then they have to think about why wasn't that a compliment? Why does that make me feel squirrely?